Non-essential supplementation, I want to talk about this real quick. We will not spend a lot of time because it's really not necessary for the most part. Vitamins, lipids, and amino acids that can be created in the body by using combinations of different other nutrients and enzymes are not something that you need to consider the vast majority of the time when it comes to supplements. Okay? You don't need to worry about non-essentials. We already talked about what the essentials were. So vitamins, most of the vitamins that you need to get in your food can be found in whole food. You can get most of those vitamins, and your body actually can synthesize most vitamins on its own. Okay, so your body can make a lot of the vitamins it needs. A lot of the vitamins are water-soluble. Kind of a long list of vitamins are water-soluble. And we already talked about what the fat-soluble ones were. Remember, A, D, E, and K? So you need enough fat in your body to make sure that those vitamins actually get absorbed. Okay? One of the things that's very important to recognize is anything that interferes with fat or the action of lipids in your body is going to get in the way of the appropriate assimilation of these vitamins that your body needs, especially ones, obviously the ones that are fat-soluble, that they need a fat for transportation. So when you take a drug that changes how your body absorbs and acts with fat, you are going to jeopardize your health immediately because you're getting in the way of the proper synthesis of these vitamins and the proper synthesis of the fat itself. Okay? So vitamins are still generally available in the foods, and this is a chart just shows what foods are going to provide most of these vitamins for you. Isn't it interesting that most of these foods are meat, dairy, and egg sources? Everyone's told that they get all their vitamins and minerals through plants. Nutrient transfer. When an animal eats plants for its diet, primarily, it takes up the minerals and you get it in the consumption of that meat, dairy, or egg source. It has to be sourced properly. These animals have to have been raised appropriately for them to have the levels of vitamins that we're talking about here. Okay? So carbs, there is no essential class of carbohydrate, so you don't need to worry about trying to supplement with any type of carbohydrate. You don't have to worry about it. You get plenty of carbs in your diet, and you probably need to cut down from where you're currently at anyways, because your body doesn't need carbohydrate. There is no need for it. It will make its own. Let's put it that way. What it needs, it can make on its own. Periodic intake of supplements. This is really quick. I need you to follow me on this one, okay? Because this is where a lot of people get kind of mixed up a little bit, is they will begin to look at those articles that come up that show this vitamin here is important, this vitamin here is important, this vitamin's here. And they talk about all of these random vitamins. If it's not essential, you shouldn't be taking it every day. You only need to take certain vitamins periodically if you need to get a healing response, if you need to get the body to respond quickly to something. Okay? Maybe you need a shot of vitamin C to help you through a process, to support your body through a process. But you don't need to be taking high levels of supplemental vitamin C every day. You get that through your produce. Okay? So we also call this periodic intake of these supplements therapeutic processes. So it helps the body through its own healing, and they're only short-term interventions. They are not supplements that you take on a day-to-day basis because they're not classified as essential by the body. So these can be homeopathic tinctures, dietary supplements, herbs. Specialized meal plans can also be considered these types of supplements as well, because if you have a certain thing going on, you can intake a certain type of food instead of taking an organic supplement. And if you ever want to do research on how medicine, I'd say this is more natural medicine, is healing and helping the body through some pretty serious chronic disease, take a look at orthomolecular medicine. Because orthomolecular medicine is using high levels of vitamins to get the body, to support the body through some amazing healing responses. And just so you know, if you bring this up to your doctor, they'll either not know what it is or they'll tell you it's absolute junk. You need to do research on this on your own, and you need to go look at the actual progress that's been made in this area of science.